Hey guys, just wanted to show you a little something about the tower that I've really come to enjoy. Like most people, I think when I first came to the tower, didn't think it was much, just kind of used it to maybe buy a new weapon, finish a quest or two, stuff like that. But after reaching the Destiny beta level cap and spending more time here, I've really come to enjoy several different aspects of it, like hitting the ball around, maybe interacting with some friends. But one thing that I actually found myself spending a lot more time doing than I would have imagined is searching the tower map for exploits. And what I mean by this is trying to find areas of the map that you can reach that you're probably not supposed to be able to reach. So with this video, I'm going to show you how you can get to this orange awning on the right side, which I don't think you're supposed to be able to get to. And then again, this orange awning on the left side, which is also, I assume, out of bounds. So without any further ado, let's get to that, and I'll show you how to reach these areas and maybe impress some friends. First, let's start over on this right side orange awning, and this one involves strictly the use of this tree. So after using some maneuvers, you'll be able to get on top of the tree here, and then you'll come to a branch. See, I'm about to walk on it, and this is the branch that you take to get to the right side orange awning. Eventually you'll get stuck on this branch here, and you might want to jump over it. That was my first instinct, but as you can see, if you try that, it will launch you to the side every time. So the solution to get around that branch, as you'll see on this next one, is actually to crouch down right next to it and kind of walk into it almost. And as you're doing that, you'll kind of just shimmy around it, and that is much easier than trying to jump over it. After you've gotten around that branch, you can keep moving out towards the orange awning. Carefully, you don't go too far or you'll fall. But once you get out there, you can pretty much just jump straight onto the orange. If you jump a little short, try spamming X, and if you land on one of those dark gray, outcroppings, you'll immediately jump and you can get onto the orange awning without any issue. Now, this awning is actually, compared to the other awning, much easier to get on top of. I've seen several others get up here. It's not that much of a secret. But one thing about this tree that is a little bit of a secret, I think, is how to use it to get on top of the central pillars, and I'll show you how to do that right here too. So with this one, you actually have to jump over onto this branch on the opposite side of the tree, and it can be a little tricky. You can't see where you're walking, but there is a branch for you to walk out onto. After you get out there, you need to walk out onto, or jump out, sorry, onto that far branch that you saw me try to get, and I failed. It's kind of tricky. I'll spare you watching it 1,000 times, and I'll just fast forward here until I get to a spot where I make the jump.
That'll have to do.
Alright, so it took me quite a few attempts, but eventually I was able to get over there, and you can see I landed on this branch, and once you get onto this branch, you can kind of walk over. It almost looks like the branch disappears, but there's a tiny twig sticking out. You can walk over right under the tip there. And once you're on that, once you're almost to the top of that branch, you can actually jump over onto that central pillar right there. And if you're awoken or exo, it's really difficult because you're taller, so you hit the roof of the level, and it makes that jump really difficult. But if you're a human, it gets significantly easier. Here's one of my friends here, and you'll see him make this jump. He's a human. He's a little bit shorter than me. That gives him a little bit more room, and he's able to squeeze right on top there. Pretty awesome. Moving right along, let's get to the left side awning. So on this one, you want to head upstairs and get to this little area. There's actually a forgotten ghost up here that you can get if you haven't retrieved that yet. What you want to do is you want to kind of jump into the wall, and if you do it just right, you'll actually glitch on top of these boxes. Once you do that, you can jump over these cables, and it's just a short run away to get to the left side awning. Now, this video might make it seem easy, but this is actually extremely difficult. Walking on those cables takes a lot of practice. So I'm actually just going to fast forward through all of my attempts for you. Another thing I forgot to mention that actually makes this journey even more difficult is that once you do get onto those cables that lead you over to the left side orange awning, you actually are out of bounds, and so the turn back now sign will trigger. So if you're too slow, which is happening before, you will die, and that's unfortunate. So you can't really take your time, and that really adds to the difficulty of it. But as you can see, you can get over here, and it is awesome. The first time I got over here, I was so excited. It took me over an hour, so it was definitely a learning curve to get on this side. Once you're here, you can hoard it over anyone below. They probably won't know how to get up here. I have yet to meet anyone else who could get up here outside of the people I already know, so I think it's a little more exciting than the other side awning that's so easy to get on top of. I should also point out that once you're up here, you can jump over onto these buildings on the right. If you do that, however, you will either have to jump off or die because they're out of bounds, and so there's not really anything you can do up there other than just, I don't know, be up there for 2 seconds before you die. Now from this side, you also can jump onto this tree and use this to get on those same central tower pillars, I guess, that you saw from the last tree. Only I really suck, and I, for whatever reason, cannot do it, so you just have to believe me that you can use it to reach that central pillar. And as a random final note, I just want to say that these ships that come and dock at the tower, yeah, you can't jump on those. You will die every time. But yeah, thanks again for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you can get on those orange awnings and come back later for some more video game videos.